And let's talk about Taylor Swift, because apparently we were talking about the Super Bowl, speaking of which, and um, every year it seems like once we move on from the Super Bowl, Taylor Swift's name comes back in rotation. We already heard the Backstreet Boys, Basic Behinds, want to jump up and do the Super Bowl next year, and we'll see. I mean, like, why are you telling people at the residency or putting it out there? I mean, put it out there first, be my guest. But I'm like, why don't you hit up Jay-Z or have your people hit up Jay-Z and see where he's going with that? But according to this report from Rob Shutter, he's saying that Jay-Z, since the success of the Bad Bunny performance at Super Bowl halftime, regardless of how y'all feel about it, any publicity is good publicity in the eyes of people that work in the industry. They're saying that Taylor Swift might be a little too safe, and they're looking to keep going in the direction of like Bad Bunny, where it's like it's about the cultural impact with whoever comes up there and performs. So Swift's name is already circulating for a future Super Bowl halftime show, but after Bad Bunny's huge ratings, insiders say Jay-Z is thinking bigger, louder, and riskier. Sources tell Naughty But Nice that Jay, who oversees halftime entertainment through Rock Nation, feels fully vindicated after backing a performance some initially doubted. They're saying there were nerves, one insider admits, but Jay trusted the vision, and the numbers shut everyone up. Now the success has shifted the strategy. He feels empowered, a music industry source says. He doesn't want safe, he wants culture defining. While Swift remains one of the most bankable stars of the world, some insiders say she represents the guaranteed option. Taylor equals ratings, but Jay isn't chasing guaranteed anymore, he's chasing impact. There's also a timing issue. Sources close to Swift say she would not headline while Travis Kelce is still playing in the league. She won't perform, quote, she won't perform and cheer him on in the same season. If she does, it'll be after he retires. But again, that didn't stop Cardi B when it came to her and Stephon. But then again, around the time of the Super Bowl when she was there, her and Stephon wasn't on the best of terms. They were kind of sort of already broken up, but it just kind of came out once they stopped unfollowing each other, and it's a whole mess. We got that story coming up. Speaking of which, it's funny how there's things that we have later on in the story that's coming up in this current story. Excuse me. But but yeah, so but they said for Jay, a halftime stage is bigger than a concert. He sees it as a cultural megaphone and he wants to push it further. Well, the way that it has become these days, especially when we had that whole thing with Colin Kaepernick and the NFL and how he was blacklisted because he was standing up for Black lives and that whole thing that became a political moment. But that was him using his American right to stand up against, the injustices of people of color. If Jay-Z is going to now use the platform of the Super Bowl halftime special to bring awareness to things, then good on him. But my thing is this: I feel bad now if this story turns out to be true from Rob Shutter. What worries me is the fact that, because this is what I was thinking prior when we was talking about the whole Backstreet Boys thing. There's overall pressure now that artists have to put themselves under. How do I one up Kendrick? Which is what I don't think Bad Bunny was thinking. It just so happens that a lot of what was going on culturally with his people and the way that this current regime is treating Hispanic people, it kind of all aligned with what he was doing. So that was like a lightning in a bottle, zeitgeist type situation. But the next person, if this story turns out to be true, that yeah, he's looking for people with cultural impact or whatever the case is, who would be the one that be, because a lot of these artists these days, y'all be playing it too safe. Nobody wants to really come out and say anything. So it's gonna be hard for artists to get up there and really push the buttons or be provocative, whatever the case is. Now I will say this: Madonna is coming out with a new album this year. So if y'all need her to get up there to do a little something controversial, that she may have to one up her previous um performance or whatever that she did a couple of years ago at the Super Bowl. What was that, like 11 years ago when she did that? Damn, time flies. I think it was 11 years. If it's not, let me know in the chat. But if this is the only person I can think of that really would be the cultural impact type that would push the buttons or have something culturally interesting or relevant to say would be a Madonna. So I can't see a Sabrina or a Dula Peep or any of these other new current girls really wanting to push the envelope or have anything remotely interesting to say. A lot of y'all be wanting to play it safe out here. So who would he possibly pick? I can't think of nobody at the top. I mean, I know J. Cole came out with a new album. He just announced his tour. He's doing The Garden. Yeah, so I'm gonna be working his show probably. He's also doing three places in New York. Well, one in Queens. He's doing UBS, which is also a part of my union, and he's doing the Barclays Center, and he's doing the Garden. So I don't know, maybe J. Cole, because you had Kendrick one year, you had Bad Bunny this year. So you gonna pick J. Cole next year? I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see if this all turns out to be true. But I do agree that Taylor is a bit safe. And I did say that maybe to cleanse the palate of not being drama, whatever, just do a straightforward performance extravaganza. But if that's not what he into and he wants to continue to push the envelope, good luck trying to find people because it's slim pickings out here with this current generation. Now, if we was talking about my generation coming up of artists of the days of like, Pink and Usher and all those, which Usher's already done it. I would like to see Pink do it, but she won't do it. I don't know. Maybe she's reconsidered and changed her mind. We'll have to see. So yeah, I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do y'all think that this story might be true? That it's like, okay, Taylor Swift might be too safe because Jay Z is now on this high, like with the success of Kendrick Lamar, and then the next year Bad Bunny. It's like he's feeling like I'm on the right track. This is what people want to see, and even the people that were hating was secretly watching and bitching and complaining. So, well, I guess maybe as long as we're in this current regime, he might be wanting to still find artists that are willing to push the button. And then maybe when all is well and things aren't as hectic, then he'll go and like, okay, we'll just do like the regular schmegular, get a girl up there in a little cat suit and with the Beyonce fan on where you got like 50 dancers behind you and a lot of pyro. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.